All right, we are live.
And welcome to the Best Day Movie Show right here on Google Hangout. This is our very first Google Hangout. I'm your host, Vince Lospada. Alongside me on the other side of the screen is the man that sits in the fourth row. From the fourth row, Dan Skip out. How you doing, Dan?
Hey, I'm doing good. Had a long week of work, but I'm ready to talk about movies and all the new news and whatever is going on in Hollywood land.
I'm digging those Batman, that Batman and Boyhood poster in the background there.
Yeah, I like to have a nice background when I talk on my Google Hangouts or the Best Damn Movie Show or Profiles After Show or whatever show I do. I like to have a cool backdrop.
I got The Rock. He might kick my ass right here on the show tonight.
Yeah, I'm looking at The Rock back behind you. That's good.
Well, not so busy this week for screenings. I know this week is Thanksgiving, so everybody out there that's watching or it's going to watch the Google Hangout right here tonight, happy Thanksgiving. I know everybody's looking for their turkey day and get stuffed with stuffing and mashed potatoes, sweet potato, turkey, so on and so forth. The only movie that I seen was last Saturday. I see Penguins of Madagascar. Now this is what would you call this, a prequel or a spin-off of Madagascar?
Yeah, I would say it's a spin-off of Madagascar, sure.
And I'm going to tell you what, guys at the theater were talking on Saturday, and before I get in my review, I just got to say that we were saying that this is a different kind of animation film than Big Hero 6. Big Hero 6 is a more dramatic, how do I put this, serious piece of an animation film. This is more of a comedy, laughter, who cares, let's make jokes, let's make people laugh. But I tell you what, I enjoyed it. I thought that, like I always say, make sure you stay after the movie for the credits. There's always a credit extra scene. I thought it was entertaining. I thought the spots were funny. There were some dull moments. There was some stupid, some stupid sayings like there always is. But what movie doesn't? What movie doesn't have their dumb spots and things in that matter? But the cast. The cast is killer, man. Oh, Skip, roll me down some people on the cast.
Well, I know Benedict Cumberbatch is in it. I don't know all the other people that are in it, but I know you're right. It has a lot of people on the cast of Penguins of Madagascar. I just remember that one person.
Cast.
Yeah, I can go.
I got the cast right here. I got let's see, Chris Miller, Christopher Knights, John Malkovich.
Ooh, John Malkovich. Really?
Ken. John Malkovich is in it. Also, you got Ken Kenny. Oh God, I can never get his last name right. He's the dentist in the Hangover. The Chinese guy. The bad guy. I'm sorry, the bad guy.
Ken Jeong.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Ken Jeong.
There's a lot of good actors in it. A lot of comedy gold there.
Yeah, there's a lot of good actors in it. Real funny, kept it going, And we also had another debate about how we were talking about how the Minions are coming out of the movie next year, and how are they going to do this Minion movie without them talking?
Well, the trailer looks funny, so I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
Yeah, the trailer looks really funny, and I see how they're going back throughout history, and like the Minions have always worked for an evil genius or evil henchman or whatever, and they come to this period where they don't have a henchman, so they end up having Kevin, Doug, and somebody else. I can't remember the third one. They go off on an adventure trying to find a evil henchman to work for. So it's kind of neat to see. I tell you, it looks funny. It looks like it's going to be very, very entertaining.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the Minions. A big fan of Despicable Me franchise, and I just think that all of them have their own sense of humor in each and every way. But Penguins of Madagascar comes out comes out this week?
Yes, it does. It comes out actually today. So
it does come out today.
People listening to this and they want to go see Penguins of Madagascar, you can, after you listen to us, go out and see the Penguins of Madagascar today.
I wouldn't recommend taking. I'm sorry, Skip. Go ahead.
Along with Horrible Bosses, I was going to say.
Yeah, you're right. Horrible Bosses comes out today. Also, Penguins of Madagascar, excuse me. But I would not recommend me and Skip, with you on the laptop to the theater, because therefore we cannot see the movies again. Well, I'm going to have to give Penguins of Madagascar, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy it. Comes out today, like I said, alongside Horrible Bosses 2. So if you want to make your Thanksgiving weekend or Thanksgiving night memorable, go have some turkey dinner. Go see two funny comedy movies that are coming out this week. Either one, you can't go wrong.
Well, I want to ask you a question.
Well,
I want to throw you a curveball, Vinny. We didn't discuss this ahead of time. This is completely off the cuff. I know you've seen close to 10, if not 11, animated movies this year. How would you rank, or very quickly, where would you rank the animated movies that you saw? What's number one, or your top 5 animated movies, without going too crazy on it?
Animated movies. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Animated movies of 2015. I'm going to say, you might have to help me out here because I forget what it came out this year.
Well, obviously the first one was Lego. Then we had Rio 2. And we had Mr. Peabody. And we had How to Train Your Dragon 2. We had Planes, Fire and Rescue. We had Oz Legends, or something to do with Oz.
Oz the Legend of Dorothy.
Oz the Legend of Dorothy. We had Box Trolls. We had The Book of Life. We've had Big Hero 6. We had Penguins of Madagascar. And there might be a couple.
2014.
There might be a couple in there that I haven't named. I think I've
here we go.
Seen close to 10. I think I'm 9. You're ahead of me by 1 or 2.
Okay, so here we go. This is how I'm going to rate them. At number 5, I'm going to put Planes, Fire and Rescue. At number 4, I'm going to do Rio 2. At number 3, I'm going to do Penguins of Madagascar. At number, I say 3, right?
Yep.
At number 2, I'm going to do the Lego Movie. And at number 1, I'm going to do Big Hero 6.
All right, so that's an interesting top 5. You got Big Hero 6, you got Lego Movie, you got Madagascar Penguins, you got Planes, Fire and Rescue, and you got Rio 2. That is your 5 favorite animated movies of the year. I have yet to see Penguins, so I'm going to abstain from this talk until next week when I have a chance to see Penguins, and then I'm going to come up with my top 5 animated movies of the year. All right, one more curveball. I'm going to throw you one more curveball, Vinny. All right, we have Interview coming out around Christmas. Other than the Interview, give me your favorite comedies of the year. I know there's not a lot of good comedies, and you like some that I don't like, and so forth. Give me some of your favorite comedies of the year. Since we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, we really only have one good comedy left.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna give you my top. Well, the one that I'm really looking forward to coming up is Night at the Museum 3. I'm looking forward to that one.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. All right, never mind. If you don't want to give me your comedies, we still have Night at the Museum and the Interview.
I'll give you my. It's all right. I'll give you my comedies right now. Right. At number, let's see. At number 6, I'm going to do 22 Jump Street. At number 5, I'm going to do A Million Ways to Die in the West. At number 4, I'm going to do wow, it's a toss-up. Well, let's see. I'm going to say St. Vincent. At number 3, I'm going to do Let's Be Cops. At number 2, I'm going to do Sex Tape, and at number 1, Horrible Bosses 2.
Wow, we both have the same number 1. That's my number 1 as well. Horrible Bosses 2. That's my favorite comedy of the year. Obviously, with an exclamation mark or whatever you want to call it, we have not seen Interview or Night at the Museum. But if I had to pick a 5, I would say you definitely got to put What If in there. And I think you're right about St. Vincent. St. Vincent has got to be in there. And I really enjoyed Neighbors, Dumb and Dumber 2, and obviously Horrible Bosses 2. So those would be my favorite comedies of the year. I know noticeably absent is 22 Jump Street. Well, it's because I did not like 22 Jump Street. So that's why it's not in there. But, yeah, I just want to... Go ahead.
So you didn't like 22 Jump Street like I didn't like Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, or Neighbors. You didn't like Neighbors either, did you?
I wasn't a huge fan of Neighbors.
But I remember me and you both leaving What If, and we were like, wow, this is a really good movie.
Yeah, but is What If a comedy?
Yes, it's a romantic comedy.
They also had Birdman in there as a comedy.
Huh?
They had Birdman in there as a comedy,
well,
too.
Birdman's more or less a dramedy than a comedy. And then I would say another one under the radar that I enjoyed was that Awkward Moment that came out in February. I really like that a lot. All right, well, let's get into the news now, my man. I'm sorry for throwing you those curveballs.
Well, I got one for you real quick before we get on. I want to know, what is your top 3 favorite movies of 2014 right now?
Right now, I definitely put Boyhood at number 1. The poster behind me, you know how much I love that movie. Number 2 is got to be, I mean, I cannot say enough about the performance by Eddie Redmayne. Theory of Everything is probably number 2 on my list right now. And, I guess if you had to really push comes to shove, I guess I would put Guardians of the Galaxy at number 3.
I was going to say, man, if you didn't pick Guardians of the Galaxy, I don't know what was wrong with you.
But I'm going to see some good movies over the next few weeks, so I definitely put, like, Interstellar in the top 5, you know.
Well,
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes I would put in there. That was great, you know, so.
Well, next week we have Into the Woods, and we also have Wedding Ringer with Kevin Hart. So next week we'll give you those reviews and tell you what we think about those. Well, before we get into the movie news, I want to talk about this. It actually came out Monday, the new trailer for Jurassic World. I think it looks great. There's a couple things I don't agree with. This is the first time that the public is going to be able to go in 12 years to Jurassic World, the theme park. And the movie's about how they open up the doors and everything goes haywire. Also, there's a new dinosaur that they're introducing in this series. But there's some trivia that I found out about Jurassic World that I wanted to go through before we get into the news. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
This is the first film in the series that not featured either Sam Neill, Lauren Duran, or Jeff Goldblum. Now, this is the director's decision. And he said, I know a lot of the fans want to see the original cast back. They're iconic, but I respect the actors too much to shoehorn them into a story for my own reasons. I don't agree with that. I think there should have been. I think Jeff Goldblum should have been in this. And maybe not so much the main characters. Maybe they should have thrown in. I know it was rumored that Vince Vaughn was going to reprise his role as a special guest in the movie. That actually fell through. What do you think about this?
Well, I mean, I don't think, I think we have the similar thing with Independence Day. You can do an Independence Day 2. You don't have to have all the same characters. If somebody is being a dick and wants more money than they deserve, or they want to put their kids in the movie, you can replace those people, because Independence Day was a great movie. We don't need all them people back. You could find other ways to do it. Same thing with Jurassic Park. It's a whole world. It just happens to have a world where there's a park in Hawaii called Jurassic Park. And there we go with the professor from Back to the Future. But getting back on subject here, I think that you can have different characters. Why can't other people have storylines where they're visiting Jurassic Park and have different characters visit Jurassic Park? Why do you have to have the same people? So I like the fact that they don't have any of the originals. Give some new people a chance. Same thing whether it's Terminator or any of these major franchises. You don't always have to have the same characters. Yeah, I can see Star Wars. You want to bring Luke and Leia and Han and those guys back, but then after that, you're going to concentrate on other characters. In the last trilogy, they didn't have those characters, so you don't always have to have the main guys that you had before.
Also, which was pretty crazy, if you actually look at the trailer, there's one thing that's different this time than the other two didn't have them, and I'm going to see if you can guess that. What's the main thing that you saw in the very beginning of the previews, before any of the characters hit the screen? What's the main one?
The company that's making the movie, maybe? Is it different?
Yep. Having passed away in 2008, Stan Watson did not create the animation dinosaurs for Jurassic World. The first film in the series not to feature his creations. It's his created by Effect Studio Legacy, a company formed out of Winston's former workshop staff.
Yeah, when Stan Winston died, his company still existed, and he had people that were working on various movies at the time of his death. Same thing as Jim Henson. Jim Henson's company was still making different things, and then they were sold to Disney, and people still work for Jim Henson's company, Jim Henson's son. So I can see that Stan Winston's family or people that work for him that he trusted carry on his legacy and do different things for other movies, including Jurassic World.
Fair enough. The movie was originally titled Jurassic Park Extinction. kind of interesting. Going to be a Lego set based on the film, which is going to bring in more revenue. I've already said that Vince Vaughn was rumored to reprise his role from The Lost World. And Josh Brolin was originally considered to play the lead role in this movie.
John who?
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin, huh?
Yeah.
That's news to me. That's definitely you're giving me a little bit of interesting information that I did not know.
Also rumored to be playing in this movie was a familiar face you might know. Jason Schwartzman was considered for a role.
Yeah, well, he's been in a lot of the Wes Anderson movies, but other than that, he hasn't been in a lot of things. So I would have liked to have seen him pop up in something.
Well, Jurassic World comes to us June 10th or June 12th, 2015, in theaters. So hopefully by then we will be ready for the dinosaurs. I know last summer we were ready for the dinosaurs and Transformers Age of Extinction. This year we're going to be ready for the actual dinosaurs. But, I mean, I'll tell you what, the trailer does look good, doesn't it?
Yeah, the trailer did look good. I'll tell you what, though, I hate to burst your bubble. I saw both trailers, Jurassic World and Pan, and I actually like the Pan trailer better.
Okay.
Did you see Did you see the Pan trailer?
I have not seen Pan. I will see it.
Okay. Well, when you get a chance, check that out. That was really good. Hugh Jackman's almost unrecognizable as Blackbeard.
Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman's is a big name in our industry. Well, let's get into some movie news. You have any stories for us you want to throw us off the top?
Well, I remember a couple stories we had from last week. We were having technical difficulties. We planned on doing the Best Damn Movie Show as a Google Hangout last week, but we had some technical difficulties. So a couple new movie news items that I want to bring up. Christoph Waltz is going to be one of the main, if not the main, one of the villains in the next James Bond movie. And a little sneak, like a little news bit came out this week as a rumor du jour that it's going to be Blofeld. Because if you look, Casino Royale is a new original James Bond, but it's kind of like a remake of an original. So this new era of James Bond movies, they're taking bits and pieces from the original James Bonds, and so they're saying that maybe Christoph Waltz might be Blofeld. Hey, I think he is a great villain in so many movies. We just saw him in Horrible Bosses 2, and then we're going to be seeing him here very shortly in the next few weeks in Big Eyes, where he plays two different villains in two different movies. So he's kind of got the villain market taken care of, and so I could see him as a reincarnated Blofeld. What do you think about that?
Well, I'm not a big James Bond fan, so, and I told you before, I think James Bond and the idea is done with, and I don't know. I just feel like they can't stop trying to make money. You know what I mean? Like I just don't see a point of making another James Bond. I just think it's a done deal. What else can we do with James Bond? What else can we see that James Bond has done?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. All right, and the other item that I have at least I can remember is Daniel Bruhl. You might remember.
Hold on, Skip. Keep talking. I gotta get my charger.
Okay. Well, I remember Daniel Bruhl has been cast as a major villain in Captain America 3: Civil War. Now, we don't know who exactly Daniel Bruhl is going to play. The speculation is possibly Baron Zemo or a very interesting rumor is that he could reprise his role as the Red Skull. But if you know, if you've been watching movies of the last 2 or 3 years, you know he was in the Fifth Estate, Inglourious Bastards, and Rush. So Daniel Bruhl is starting to become one of those guys that he's starting to get his career rolling, and I think him as a villain in Captain America: The Civil War could be very good for the movie. It's always good for movies to have good actors, and I think him as Baron Zemo would be good. Then there's also the second part of that is he could be a major role villain in Doctor Strange. So he could be in both Captain America Civil War, Captain America 3 Civil War, and Doctor Strange. So I'm leaning towards the Red Skull, but right now I'm going to say probably Baron Zemo. Daniel Bruhl. You remember him from Rush, didn't you? Benny, are you there?
Yes, I do actually. I do remember him as Rush, and I think he played a great character.
Yeah, he did. So those are my two news items that I have. I'm sure you got a whole list of other ones that you want to share with us.
Well, I do. Last week, Prometheus 2, the director, Ridley Scott, introduces the script and the new alien monsters that's going to be appearing in the film. And they look really, really good. He said they're ready to shoot. If you've not seen the first one, it's kind of long. It's almost 3 hours long. And I've been catching up lately. I've actually been watching. I'm up to the third Aliens movie. So hopefully by this weekend I'll be done watching the Aliens and into my first Alien vs. Predator movie so I can understand it. And then I'm going to go back and rewatch Prometheus so I can get it.
Yeah, I really.
What's your take on this?
I really loved Prometheus. I know it got kind of a mixed reviews amongst people, but I understood where they were going with it. I understood the characters, and I really thought the performances of Prometheus were great. I'm glad that that Ridley Scott's trying to connect these movies through Prometheus and through Aliens, and I'm really interested. I get scared by the Aliens movies, but I really want to see it no matter what, even though I get scared.
I got you. I understand. Also, Keanu Reeves is in talks for a new. It says Keanu Reeves circling Tursum, Shanghai's sci-fi thriller, the the Pentashen. It's a new film. It's a new sci-fi thriller by a Chinese director. I feel like Keanu Reeves is going more. He's going more of the He's going to more of the not the big screen movies, but he's going more towards little budgets and he just didn't he just do a Japanese film and like a karate. Yeah, so he's going off the cuff and going more of martial arts. His last one was kind of a martial arts film, correct?
Yeah, John Wick, he did a lot of fighting, but I think he used more of a gun. He shot a lot of people, but he did have a lot of martial arts and kicking people's butts in that movie. But yeah, 47 Ronin. Then he did something else before that, but I can't think of what the name of the other thing he did. Some Japanese movie he did. So he's starting to branch out. He's just finding interesting things that he's interested in. I guess when it comes to your career, that's all you can really do. Do things that you want to do, you know?
Yeah, I understand. Chris Pine is starring a Cowboy Ninja Viking. Chris Pine has a lead in the Cowboy Ninja Viking based on the Imagine Comics comic starring a government assistant with multiple personalities.
I'll tell you what. Chris,
What'd you say?
if Chris Pratt, I mean, could pull that off, he could pull anything off. I mean, the guy, Cowboy Ninja Viking with 3 personalities, that's going to be one of the craziest movies ever. If he could pull that role off, I'll bow down to Chris Pratt. I mean, that has got to be the most out there role I've ever heard of.
Well, and he also is going to be the new Jurassic World, so and he looks really good in that too. So he's coming off of the big hit of the summer, Guardians of the Galaxy. So he's getting pretty hot right now.
Yeah, you're right.
Tom Hardy's BBC series Taboo, picked up by FX, premieres in 2006.
Who was it?
I'm sorry,
Tom Hanks, did you say?
I'm sorry. Tom Hardy BBC series Taboo, picked up by FX, premieres in 2016.
Yeah, wasn't it a BBC show, and now FX is going to take it and reboot it for American audiences?
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
I mean, anything that Tom Hardy was in had to be pretty freaking good, and so I'm looking forward to see who they cast as the Tom Hardy character, because his character was such a badass character in that show that I think you need someone equally as badass to be able to carry a show like that, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely. Let's see. The next Batman movie coming out is going to be a spin-off of that one. It's going to be Batman, the Lego movie.
Yeah, the Lego movie is going to do a spin-off. Its official sequel is going to be the Batman Lego movie. They do have the other Lego movie that's a spin-off of Lego, but that's not the official sequel of Lego. The Batman Lego movie is going to be the sequel, and you're going to still get the same actor, what's his face, who's going to play Batman that he played in the Lego movie. What's that guy's name?
You're asking me who played Batman?
Yeah, who played Batman in Lego? That's the guy who's going to be Batman in the new Lego movie, the Lego Batman movie. I can't think of the guy's name right now.
Oh, Will Arnett.
Will Arnett. That's right, Will Arnett.
Will Arnett played Batman.
Yeah. Okay, what else you got for us?
Oh, God, let's see. This is interesting. Mockingbird director refuses to use CGI to recreate Philip Seymour Hoffman.
You were breaking up on that one. Say that again.
The director of the second prequel, Hunger Games: Mockingjay Part 2, is refusing to use CGI to put Philip Seymour Hoffman back in the movie.
Wow. Why would you put Philip Seymour Hoffman back in the movie? I mean, God, that doesn't make any sense at all. The guy died. You used up most of his role in the first movie. Just don't have him in the second movie that much. I mean, doesn't it make sense not to put him in the second part because he died? I mean, that's a little odd if you ask me.
Yeah, it is. We know this Friday is Black Friday. You know, everybody loves to go shopping and get the deals. Well, they are releasing the new Star Wars, The Force Awakens trailer sometime Friday for the Black Friday premiere.
Yeah, well, come to find out that it ain't going to be anywhere close to us, Vinny. The closest place it's going to be for us is Miami. So I think I'll wait whenever the heck it gets leaked online from California or wherever else it's playing, and I'll get to see it like that. So I'm a little disappointed, but I know it will get leaked online somewhere down the line, and I'll get to see it sometime this weekend. So I'm not too upset about it. I am excited about it.
Also, this is kind of interesting. I didn't know about this one. NBC is shutting down G-Force Network on November 30th. And this is a network that launched the careers of Chris Hardwick and Oliver Munn.
Oh yeah, Olivia Munn and Chris Hardwick were nobodies until they showed up on G4, and now you see Olivia Munn in shows like The Newsroom and in movies, and Chris Hardwick does the after show for The Walking Dead. You see him every week after The Walking Dead, and he's a big comedian now. So it's interesting how those two people got their careers launched by that network, and now they're canceling it. I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of G4, but I know my brother was.
Yeah, G4 was okay. I don't feel like there's much of a need for G4. I think it was big back in the 2000s, but after that, I feel like G4 is kind of it's slowly fading away.
Well, we all have access to anything we want now at our fingertips, literally on our computer. Any information, if we know something's coming out, we're going to go to the store and we're going to buy it, or we're going to download it, or we're going to order it from Amazon or whatever. So where they used to share information about movies and TV shows and video games and stuff like that, that kind of stuff now, we don't need anybody to share it for us because we can go out and get it ourselves, you know?
Oh, yeah. Well, one of your favorite actors is going to be doing some producing. And what I mean is, hold on. Damn. I just lost the story. Shit. Oh, here it is. Idris Elba producing Luther, remake TV series for Fox is in development.
That's another one. Another BBC show starring a major actor, Idris Elba. The other one was Tom Hardy. Now you take Idris Elba. Now he's going to turn his show, Luther, into a show for American audiences. But you got big shoes to fill because these guys did a great job on their respective shows. And so they've got to really do a good job. A good young up-and-coming actor that can do the job of Idris Elba or Tom Hardy. And I'm looking forward to it. I'll look into it. I'll check them out. But if it's not as good as the other shows, well, I probably won't watch it that very long, you know?
Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention that if you are not going to be able to see the trailer coming out this week for Star Wars Force Awakening, it is going to be attached to the Into the Woods movie as trailers to go see.
And that's where hopefully me and you will see it.
If they give us the trailers.
Yeah, if they give us the trailer, you're right. Because we usually go to the screenings and we don't get the trailers. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't.
A second trailer teaser for the new Peanuts movie came out this week, also, along with Cinderella. They both look like good movies.
Yeah, they do. You're right. Cate Blanchett plays the evil stepmother in Cinderella, and you got one of the guys from Game of Thrones, one of the main guys from Game of Thrones as the prince, and then you got Lily Allen, I think is her name. I don't know if it's Lily something. I think it's Lily Allen as Cinderella. Yeah, that does look good. And how can you not like a Peanuts? I mean, what took them so long to do a Peanuts animated movie? You know, I mean, Peanuts have been around forever. You'd think they would have did a big screen version of the Peanuts by now.
Oh yeah, and they're a holiday classic too. So every holiday, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Halloween, there's always a Peanut movie. Also, X-Men Apocalypse, young Cyclops and Jean Grey actors shortlist revealed. The first young actors in the running for the X-Men Apocalypse, new Cyclops and Jean Grey, have been revealed, boosting some veteran stars be considered for the role of Jean Grey, a.k.a. Phoenix, including Ellie Fanning, which she played in. She was in Maleficent. Also, Haley Steinfeld. She was in True Grit and Ender's Game. Chloe Grace Moretz, who was in Kick-Ass and The Equalizer. And the people in the running to play Cyclops are Charlie Rowe, The Golden Compass in Red Band Society, and Ben Hardy, which is in EastEnders, and Timothy Chalamet, who is in Homeland and Interstellar. All people that are in the running to play Cyclops and Jean Grey. X-Men Apocalypse comes to us May 27, 2016. I'm excited. I wasn't a big fan of the last one. I have to rewatch it again, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, we both saw the screening of X-Men Apocalypse at the Amstar in Lake Mary. Give the shout out to them. But I like the actresses that you mentioned for Jean Grey. Some big name actresses, Elle Fanning, Haley Steinfeld, and Chloe Grace Moretz. To me, that's what you want. You want names that people know. Now, for Cyclops, I don't know those guys. Even though I saw the movies they were in, I don't remember those guys in those movies. So I'm kind of on the fence about the Cyclops. I'm like, I don't know if you want a bunch of nobodies, And just to throw it out there, this week a rumor du jour came through that Oscar Isaac was going to play Apocalypse. Now, I think there's going to be a lot of CGI involved in this and probably voiceover work. That's probably how they're going to get Oscar Isaac to do this role. I don't think Oscar Isaac himself will play Apocalypse, but more in the vein of James Spader as Ultron in Avengers, you know what I mean? Or Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk, or either like Andy Serkis as Caesar, or Gollum in the Lord of the Rings and the Planet of the Apes movies. That's how I think they're going to end up having Oscar Isaac. But having a big name like Oscar Isaac attached to Apocalypse is very, very good, I think.
Well, the guy Timothy Chalamet, I was telling you about, he's in Interstellar. That's the brother that becomes the head of the house in Interstellar.
Oh, okay. Now I know who you are.
That's who he is.
Oh, okay, I remember him now.
That's all the movie news I have for you, man. Not too much came out, so go ahead.
I got one more story that broke today. I think this is good news. Even though the Warner Brothers slate was announced a month or so ago, they did not announce Justice League Dark. Well, today it came out that Guillermo del Toro has officially finished the script for Justice League Dark. Now, Justice League Dark has got characters like Swamp Thing, John Constantine, some really out there Deadman, some really out there DC characters in the fringes of the DC universe. That's why they're called Justice League Dark. Guillermo del Toro has been attached to this for a while now, and I'm hoping after he's done Crimson Peak, this is his next project and not Pacific Rim 2. But if they do Pacific Rim 2, then I guess we'll have to wait a little longer for Justice League Dark.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of oh my God, what'd you just say? Pacific Rim. I thought it.
Pacific.
No, Pacific Rim. I thought it was a crappy movie.
Well, a lot of people liked it around the world.
Well, they like the Chinese animation. They're going to like that movie.
Yeah.
Well, not too much came out this week because it's the holidays. So hopefully by Saturday, Sunday, we're going to do another show, and we'll have some more movie news for everybody. So make sure you go into thebestdaymovieshow.com for all the information, trailers, and up-to-news movie news on all your favorite stars. Skip, anything else we want to give to the fans before we leave them tonight?
No, just go on and subscribe to the videos that we do on YouTube. Like, comment. If you have something to say about what we say, go on the Facebook page and watch the videos and comment and subscribe and like and share and get all your friends to watch the Best Damn Movie Show. That's all I have to say.
Well, until next time, I'm your host, Vince Espada.
I am Skip.
And we'll see you
at the movies.
Good night, everybody. Peace.